Hello guys, welcome back. I'm Julie and I'm here to do a review. Well, I don't know if this qualifies as a review, most like a rant, you know, and like I'm gonna like tell you about my experience going yesterday to the movies to watch Avengers Endgame. So first of all, I just want to say, like, right off the bat, I loved the movie. Also, this is my first experience going to the movies to watch, to the theater to watch an Avenger movie. The first one that I watched on the cinema, on the theater, was Captain Marvel, but I have never watched an Avengers movie. And like, I listened to everyone. Like last time when I went to see Captain Marvel, I did it during the weekend, but it wasn't on premiere day. And some people say you need to watch it like as soon as you can, because then, you know, like the hardcore fans will go and see it. So for the first one, it wasn't like, it was exciting and it was amazing, Captain Marvel. But then for this one, I bought, like, it premiered here yesterday on the 25th. I didn't got midnight tickets because they sold out like in a minute, but I got it for the 8 p.m. Time, like, that was, and it was a bunch of people, and like most people were like with their, I got myself this shirt. I don't know if you can see it, but it's not Endgame, it's Infinity War, but I still liked it, and like it was the only one available also, and I wanted to go with something Marvel, so I got this for that specifically. I have gotten one for Game of Thrones for this Sunday as well. It's gonna be amazing. But yeah, the thing is that I went to the movies, and I got there an hour earlier because I wanted to like buy some merchandising or something. They were giving this keychains when you bought the Avengers like pack with the popcorn and things like that. They did give me a poster, which is the Infinity War poster. No, I don't think it was that one. I think it's the one underneath, the one right there. They gave me that one, but like I already have one, like a big one on my room, so I gave it to Josh and it's on his room there. I got there an hour earlier because I wanted to have time to get my popcorn. Went with my brother and I told him we have to be there earlier because it's gonna be a long, like, I have never been to this movie theater because the one that I used to go, they sold out every single thing for the entire week, like in an hour. So I got to the other theater that I never go. I have to be honest, I never go to that one. So I didn't know the rules. I didn't know what I had to do. I didn't know if it was similar to the other one. It wasn't, okay? So I went there, got an hour earlier, and there were the biggest lines to get the popcorn. I already had my tickets, but I needed the popcorn, and I needed to know if I could get the keychains. So I went there, and I didn't got the keychain because they were already sold out on the first day at midnight. So thank you very much to those people who just took everything. I wanted the Captain Marvel one, and now I want the Iron Man one as well. But I didn't got any luck, so didn't got it. So then I went, we were waiting for an hour to get my popcorn. And like the girl who was like and I was trying to be nice with the cashiers because everyone, you know, there's so many people they have to take care of, and like, you know, you don't want to be assholes or anything like that. So I was like, okay, but like, you hurry up. Like, I was very stressed because the movie started at 8:15, 8:50. Yeah. And it was 8:45 and I was still in line to get my popcorn. I was like this close to say, you know what, I'm not gonna get anything. I need to get into the theater, you know, I need to get to my seat and sit down, and I don't care. And my brother was like, no, it's okay, they're gonna give commercials first. And I was like, you know, deal. So right when we got our thing, got it, I was like, hurry up, I need to go. And like, she was, oh, I still need to give you your, I don't know what, your greens for the chips that we got. And I was like, you know what, I'm done. And I put everything, thank you so much, good luck, You know, my brother was the one, oh, we need to wait. And I was like, no. So we grabbed the thing, we rushed to the movie, got to my seat, and as soon as I sit down, the movie began. And I was like, oh my God, I swear to God, if I missed a single second, I told him, if I missed a single second, I was gonna slap that shit out of you. And he was like, ah, it's fine, we just got, because as soon as we sit down, the movie began with Hawkeye and all that. I was like, okay. Thank the Lord. So I sit down, started the movie. The theater, like the room that we were in, oh my God, like biggest Marvel fans. They got every single reference, and like every time someone says something, everybody laughed and like they applaud, and like, oh my God, it was the best experience. I was laughing my ass off. My brother understood most of it. Some little parts because he hasn't watched like the entire thing. He thought Groot was the same Groot. He hasn't watched the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm like, you have to watch it. They were really good. But he's like, no, I don't have time to watch all those movies. Okay, whatever. He has watched like 3 or 4, like Captain America, Iron Man, one Avenger movie, like the original, the first one, and Captain Marvel because he went with me for Captain Marvel and this one. So he has around 5 movies, and I have watched, and I told him I have watched the 22 movies plus the 5 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. plus the 2 seasons of Agent Carter. Like, I know my shit, you know. And he was like, okay. He didn't recognize Howard Stark, Tony's dad. I was like, he's a dad. And like then there was Jarvis, and like, that's Jarvis. And my brother was like, who the hell is Jarvis? Jarvis. I was like emotional about it. And then there was Peggy, and I was like, that is the love of his life, and like that's my love, the love of my life. He was like, okay, calm down, you know. But and the good thing is like everyone was freaking out, so I was like, okay, it's not just me, you know. So we watched the movie. It was so funny. It was so funny. I haven't laughed this much in a long time. And like, that is the good thing about Marvel that I always like, is the fact that it's so funny. And it's like you get it. My brother was laughing as well. Like, maybe he didn't got the entire thing because he didn't understood about Thor's eye. He was like, why is the mom telling him about his eyes? And I was like, oh, he actually didn't have an eye, you know. But like, I couldn't explain that at that moment. Later on, I explained to him. And yeah, well, you are not gonna believe, there were big moments, you know. And there were big moments where, for instance, when Captain America grabbed the Thor's hammer, and I started screaming. Everyone started screaming and applauding and cheering. It was the best. My brother was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, do you see that? He could, like, because the first time he grabbed that was an Age of Ultron, I think, right? He grabbed the hammer and he kind of moved it, you know? And Thor, you can see Thor's face like, uh-oh, and like, you know? And then when he says, I knew that you could do it, and he got the freaking hammer, I was just, oh dear Lord, this cannot be happening. Like, it was amazing. The response of the people was amazing. Everybody was like cheering and crying and applauding, and like everyone went hysterical. I was like, oh dear Lord, and like, it was amazing. That was one of the most amazing moments. And then also Captain Marvel's entry, everyone cheered. Like, I don't get how some people like are hating on Brie Larson. I don't get it. She's just amazing. But when I was kind of afraid, like, on it, and also like, quick tip, I think I was the only gay one there, because when I saw her with her haircut, I was the only one like this, and like, it was like silence. Everyone was just watching the movie, and I was like, oh my God, like, I was like that, and no one else did that. I was the only gay one watching it, because oh my God, that haircut. Oh my God, that haircut. Oh my God. if it wasn't gay before. I was like, my brother was like looking at me. I was like, oh my god, did you see her hair? Like, I couldn't freak out. Like, and like no one freaked out about that. I was the only one reacting to it, and I was like, I should stop reacting because it's not like I'm actually recording myself. But I was so excited. Oh my gosh, she looks so amazing. Like, oh my god. She looks so amazing. But whatever, okay, that was the only one screaming about that. But when it was in the battle, and when she arrived and like kicked ass, and like the things that works like shooting, they went up and they start shooting at her. Everyone was like, what is happening? I was like, it's Captain Marvel, it's Captain Marvel. And my brother was like, shut up, and like, it's Captain Marvel. And then she shows up and like with her hair, and like I was too gay to function. But everyone was like cheering for her and like bam, 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 bam. Oh, when a Spider-Man kid comes in, everyone was like, oh my god, and like, oh, tears and everything. And so when they were shooting and then she destroys that, my brother was, oh wow, she destroyed all of that. Yeah, bitch, we saw it. She's the strongest Avenger now. And my brother was like, no, it's Thor. And I'm like, no, sweetheart, it's actually her. But it doesn't matter because in that moment it wasn't like about that, you know. But I was like, of course she destroyed the ship. We saw her already destroying ships on Captain Marvel, so that was in like a surprise. You know, it was just so badass. And then she arrived and takes the gauntlet. Is that how you pronounce it? And she was like going from there, and like then all the ladies. And I thought this you have to know about my country. We are like, they are very much sexist country, but the soon Captain Marvel hit, and then all the ladies came in to help her. She got help, like Okoye said. Everyone was like, yes, Captain Marvel, yes, the girls, everyone was like, yes. And this is like a predominant male audience. There were a few girls, yes, there were girls as well, but it was like 60-40, I want to say 65-35 male and female, you know. There were a lot more guys than girls, I think. It was 60-40, okay? Thing is that I was so excited, or maybe 55-45, okay? Leave it like at that. But the thing is that everyone cheered for that one. Like, everyone went nuts in that moment as well. And like, we got it. And you know what I loved about that part? It was more like, I felt like it was a passing of the torch, like from Captain America to Black Panther, to Spider-Man, to Captain Marvel, you know, and ultimately to end everything with Iron Man. It was just amazing. And then like they started fighting and all of that, and Captain Marvel almost get to the van, but she couldn't because of Thanos. And then Thanos was like fighting her. She was like really fighting him, and then Thanos like went for a head, like doing this, and like she didn't even like, it didn't even hit her, you know. And I was like, yes! I forgot, I was about to faint. Okay, amazing. Like the whole battle, when they arrive, oh my god, when they arrived, when the circles, the things of Doctor Strange started happening and they arrived, oh my dear lord. Everyone lost their shit. I lost it as well. It was amazing. It was amazing. That entry, oh my god. And everyone, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, the Guardians of the Galaxy, everything. And like Avengers, when Captain America says that, oh my god. That was just so amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. Then Black Panther's war cry when they start screaming, and I was like, oh my god. It was just too freaking amazing. And yeah, well, she was like, they were fighting, and then we get to that moment where the guy who started it all, you know, because yes, technically, chronologically, you know, Captain America is the first Avenger. Technically, I'm not sure if he is now, because the term and like the word Avenger, it was actually because of Carol. They are named after her because she was Carol Avenger Danvers. That was her name. And isn't she technically the first Avenger? Or is Captain America still the first Avenger? I'm not sure. I think he is still the first Avenger. But it was inspired, this group was inspired by her, right? We can leave it at that, you know? Right? I don't know. But anyways, thing is, technically it started with with Carol, Captain America, all of that started with them. But technically, you know, the first movie that ever aired was Iron Man. It started with him. And it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful that, you know, we have seen all the other movies, all the other characters, and it ends with him. And he says, well, I am Iron Man. And he snaps his fingers. I started crying. I honestly started crying. Everyone, like, you could hear this Neville, like, everyone was crying at that moment. The movie went silent after everybody cheering and all of that. Everything went silent, and you can hear people doing that. I was like, because that was just too emotional. It was too emotional. And he, you know, Iron Man always risked everything. My perception of the character beforehand, before I have watched any of the movies, because I did watch the Avengers movie first, I was like, oh, well, maybe this is this cocky billionaire who didn't have anything better to do, and that is why he decides to be Iron Man. That is what I thought. And then when I actually watched the movies in order to discover Iron Man Tony and how big of a heart he had, and how he is very cocky, and he is very, you know, sure of himself, and he has a big ego because he's smart, and, you know, and he was a playboy and all of that. But to see that at the moment where when the world needed him the most, he was there, you know, and he has always had the heart of a hero, you know. And it was just so amazing. It was so amazing when he meets his dad as well, and it was just so amazing to see how far this character went from the first Iron Man movie to this one, to be actually the one that saved everyone. God, I cannot believe that. I for a moment also thought we were gonna lose the Hulk, and I was like, what? No, thankfully we didn't. And you know, the sacrifice that Iron Man makes, it was just too good, and like, it was just, I think it was perfect that it was him, the one making this sacrifice. It started with him, it ends with him, I feel, you know, and it was just amazing. And I love the Pepper, you know, she was there, and there was no, why do you did this? I'm gonna miss you. She knew that this was something that he will have done. That this was something that it was needed, and it's something that just made her love for him even bigger, you know. And it was amazing. It was amazing, that scene. Then when he reunites with prior to that, when he reunites with Peter, it was just so cute. And Peter crying, maybe cried as well. But yeah, also the other death. I cannot believe that they killed Black Widow. Like, why? Like, she has also been here, I think, since the beginning as well. And like, I understand the sacrifice. I wouldn't want Hawkeye to go either, you know. I thought maybe they can fool this guy, but no, they couldn't. And like, I cannot believe that happened, you know. And it was so sad. It was so sad that happened, you know. Because she also risked it all, and she also fought until the end to get to save the world, you know. If it wasn't for her sacrifice, they wouldn't stand a chance against Thanos again, and like, nothing will have been possible. So her sacrifice and Iron Man's sacrifice, you know, Tony's sacrifice, was just it broke my heart. It honestly did. It broke my heart. Thor, oh my god, Thor gaining weight. I kind of like low-key like the fact that they went there with Thor, because he was the representation of what depression looks like. It was all fun and games that he gained weight and he was like that, but he also, you know, turned into alcohol. And like, to see that, it was really amazing for what it represents. And hopefully, if we get another Thor movie, we can actually see him in the progress of being a better person for himself, now that he says that he doesn't have a purpose, you know. And I think he will be able to do it, but I don't want them to just erase his journey either, you know. This 5 years were just hard for him. He just delved into food, you know, and alcohol. And I think that it's necessary to have that, you know, to make it seem like what it was. It was fun. It was funny to see that, and like Chris Hemsworth comedic timing was perfect. And you know, it gets to tell you he's more than just a pretty face, you know, because it was impeccable. His delivery for the jokes and for the fun parts, it was just impeccable. I loved it. Yeah, also Paul Rudd, like Ant-Man, Scott Lang, amazing. He was just so good at those moments. Rocket as well, of course. What did I have wished? A little bit more Captain Marvel, to be honest, but I come from watching Captain Marvel, so it's okay. But I was just expecting a little bit more. I did like the scene at the end, near the end, where is when they're saying goodbye to the heart, you know, to Tony, and like they push it, and like it goes from them to the different teams, you know, to the Guardians, to Ant-Man, to Hawkeye's family, to Maria, and then standing by herself is Captain Marvel, you know, Carol Danvers is right there with her haircut looking fucking good. Oh my god, I'm so gay, but like, sorry, but like, I'm not sorry, because she looked amazing standing there, like her haircut and her suit, and I'm like, oh yes, baby, like, amazing, okay? And then, of course, in the background, always Nick Fury. Fantastic that is seen, because it kind of like, from what it was Iron Man to what it will be, which is, you know, Captain Marvel taking the lead of the cinematic universe. Also, that part with the ladies, it kind of made me want to actually see an old ladies Avengers movie, or maybe not old ladies, but like old, I didn't say old, I say all of them, all women movie, Avenger movie. But I don't think that there will be. How could they do it? You know, I don't know how could they actually do it. Because what will be the point? I don't know, but I will want to see it, because that moment where all the ladies fought together, it was just so badass to get them to the finish line. It was just so badass, you know, and I loved it. And Marvel always do this very, they do it right all the time, where it has never felt forced for me, you know. It has never felt like they're just trying to just mark, oh, all ladies, we got it. You know, we need a gay one now. Cause I know that one of the Russos was there, right? And he was talking. Is he gay? Or at least they say, like, he says a guy. I think he says, right? I don't know. But he was like there when they were talking with Captain America in that group thing that he had. But yeah, we need a gay movie, a Marvel, like a super. And I'm hoping it's Carol, because with that haircut, what the hell are you talking about? Are you telling me she's not gay, or at least bi, or pan? Are you shitting me? Like, with that haircut, please. Oh, come on, just make it happen, please. I beg you. Anyways, amazing. The movie was just truly fantastic. Like I said, this is more my experience going to the movies than just like trying to theorize, but we can do that. The part with Captain America, they got they were dancing. I was like to my brother, they got they were dancing. He was like, "What? He promised they were gonna dance," and like they were dancing right now. And Peggy, you guys know how much I love Peggy, so I was like, so. But it happened, and I'm glad that it happened because it was just so. Oh, it was so beautiful, and I love the fact that, you know, after fighting and after, you know, defeating Thanos and like, you know, actually doing what they had to do, he was like, I need to live my life. And I'm happy that he lived his life happy with Peggy, and like, and so cute, and like, I love it. But what does that mean for the entire world? I feel like there's a 5 years gap between the people, like half the people that stay, half the people that were gone. They didn't brought them back to that specific point where they died. It was 5 years later. You know, they brought him to this particular moment. They didn't brought them back before because they would create too many different things and the world could change too much, so they brought them right now. So there's a 5 years gap between one and the other. So how is this going to affect the Marvel universe? Because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still very much, you know, part of it. And are we going to see that there's going to be a time jump as well for some characters on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that will be the ones that survived this snap? The ones that didn't will come back 5 years later without knowing what happened to our Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in those 5 years. Are we gonna see it? Are we not gonna see it? I don't know. So I stayed throughout the entire the entire 3 hours. I stayed there to the things. I look at my phone at that moment. They said there wasn't any cut scenes, but they say there is a sound. So I stayed, and then there was a sound, and it sounded like someone was building something, like, and then I was like, it sounds like someone is building like when if they were building like they have Thor's hammer, you know. It sounds like that. And then I remember, didn't Iron Man also build his own suit the first time? Could that be like a nod to say it's starting again? What was that sound? Can we theorize about the sound? What do you guys think the sound is? How can it play out in future movies? Because I know Spider-Man Far From Home is actually the one that is going to end this phase. So, of course, I'm gonna go watch it, of course. But let me know, what does it mean? Why did they decide not to give us any cutscenes? Like, the biggest movie, and it doesn't have a freaking cutscene. What? And then the Stanley cameo. Oh, I love it that. But yeah, I loved everything about the movie. Maybe once I'm calmed down, and actually I'm going to go with Josh again, because I went with my brother, like I said, and I told Josh, I'm going to see if you can handle it, just to see if you will like it, like if it's not too long. And I told him it's very long movie, but he says he wants to go. So I'm going to take him on Monday, once it's a little bit more calm, because I don't want him to be just with too many people, like trying to get the popcorn, things like that. So I might not do it this weekend. I will see if I get things, and like I can maybe buy online, and he doesn't have to make too long of a line, things like that. I might do that. But the thing is that I will go again, but I'm going to watch it in Spanish, because Josh, even though he doesn't speak English, he says he wants to watch it in Spanish. And we're probably gonna go with my mom. So she cannot read, you know, so we're gonna watch it in Spanish. But the thing is that since I'm going again, I might be able to like actually make an actual review, because I feel this is more of a rant than a review. But I just want to let you guys know that I loved the movie. Loved it. I think it was just one of the best movies I have watched. For sure. I like it had everything. It had everything. And like what it means, and I am so happy that I took this journey. My first introduction to this entire thing was Agents of Shield, and then I started watching everything, and it was just, it's amazing, you know. And I have also watched Marvel's Runaways. I have watched what else have I watched? I think I've watched a few more things from Marvel. Maybe not. Well, Daredevil I have watched it, and we know this is in the same universe. But yeah, honestly, it was amazing. Sad for Iron Man, and also very, very sad for Natasha. Sadly, she didn't even got a burial or a goodbye. It was nothing like that. It was like the stakes were high. They needed to keep doing it, keep doing it. But honestly, I was like, why can, like, they should have said something about her. Put two different things, like one from Iron Man and one for Black Widow, like for Natasha, you know. But they didn't. That kind of like upset me a little bit. But it's okay. Yeah, it was wonderful. It was a wonderful movie. I needed a little bit more Captain Marvel, but it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, loved it, and I think that it was just amazing. All the emotions that day was just amazing. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed my review, rant type of thing, reaction kind of thing. Give a lot of thumbs up if you loved the movie. If you have watched it already, let me know all your thoughts. Did you freaked out? You didn't freak out? What was your favorite part? My favorite part was the Captain America grabbing the freaking hammer. Oh my god, I almost died. And Captain Marvel's entry in the battle. Amazing. Love it that. So yeah. That's it. Thank you so much for supporting and for all your love, and I'll see you guys next time for more reaction videos and for more rants for the Avengers and for whatever it is that I'm watching next. That's it. Mwah! Bye guys.